Hello everyone. My name is Ashutosh Biswal and I am a web development intern at Oasis Infobyte. Now for the completion of my internship, I've been assigned three tasks. Task 1 is a calculator, task 2 is a tribute page, task 3 is a to-do web app. Take a note that all the three projects have been deployed and have been made by HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Let's quickly jump to the task one. We've been assigned a calculator devised using simple HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, a quick interactive interface to perform basic functions, and we have to make sure that the grid system and CSS are particularly aligned. Let's jump into the code. So here is the code. If we simply run it, now this is a beautiful looking calculator I've designed. This has all the functions which a calculator does. So if just to give you a demo, 8 multiplied by 9, let's take it, 72, and this is the project. If you look at the code, this is the HTML I've devised. It has basically I've added like the buttons and all. For the styling part, I've included a font from Google and performed some basic styling. I've included the gradient property and to be very specific, radial gradient. For the JS part, it's very simple. I've devised certain functions and then linked each other to it. Let's jump in to the second project. Now, my second project is a tribute page. Now, we are supposed to devise this using only HTML and CSS, but to add a little more context, because I've added a new feature, which I'll show you right now. I've added JavaScript. Now, you can attribute any person in your life in the tribute page. So I have attributed Ronaldo. He's one of my favorites. And let's jump into the code. So here is the code. To give you a brief info, like this is all about the HTML part. I have written certain points about him in, bulleted points, and yeah, that's it. And for the CSS part, what I've done is I have here also I didn't use any gradient part, but yes, for sure I've used, like I've specified the codes part to highlight and give it a very specific illumination. For the JavaScript part, what I've done is I've added a slideshow effect by which you can actually change of images one after the other without clicking. So if I show you the demo, let me just run this, and here is a beautiful looking tribute page. Now, if you see the image, it keeps on changing every few seconds. Now, I have adjusted the timer, like in every 3 seconds. For the opacity part, it dims out, and the another image pops up. Now, I've added JavaScript code in this. Now, this is a tribute page. You can see the image keeps on changing, and here are a few of the bulleted points around. Now, let's quickly jump into the third project and the final one. My bad. Now, this is a to-do web app. Now, we were assigned to develop this using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And very importantly, we are supposed to divide it into two tasks. For example, pending task and completed task. So the user should be able to add the project, add whatever he is about to, complete in the list, and then he or she can easily, with the help of check marks and all, devise it. So let me show you the code of it. Now, this is yeah. This is the to-do web app. This is the HTML part. It's very complex. This took me a lot of time, and this is the CSS part. I've also added the linear gradient part to mesmerize it, like give it a very vibrant color system. This is the CSS part, and for the JavaScript one also, it's quite lengthy because it has a lot of logic. It has a little bit cool animations. I'll show you right now. So if we simply just run the code, this is a beautiful looking to-do list. Now, this color is of gradient type. Now, if you just, this is where we can enter the task. This is the add button which I've added. This will display all of the to-do list, complete, incomplete, clear. We can clear everything what we have added, complete all tasks. Now, let me show you. If I type in, I want to complete my assignment, and if I simply press the add button, it adds here. Let me type in something, maths or CS research papers. Let's add two. Okay. Now in this you can see in the all button we have all these assignments. Now this are the all the tasks that we are supposed to complete. Now there's a delete button where we can you can delete easily. If you press delete, then it'll go like it will simply strike off. Now if you check mark this one, this dims out. And the plus point is, if I show in the complete one, it's completed. And whatever is incomplete, like here, maths or CS research paper is incomplete, you can show it. You can visualize it in this column. Now, if you press this and if you complete all tasks, this all goes into the complete tab and incomplete is zero. So that's all for the project part. Now, if you want to see my code, this is in this is in my GitHub repo. You can easily check it out. Thank you, Oasis Infobyte, for providing me such a wonderful opportunity. I loved doing these projects, and yeah, it has been a great learning experience so far. Thank you. See you.